Hello and good day. Welcome back to our class. This is teacher Onidi Guzman and our topic for today is inventory management tools and techniques for business finance. Before we talk about inventory management tools and techniques, let's recall the meaning of inventory. Again, it refers to a set of items intended for sale to individual or industrial consumers. So we have the merchandising business. We have only one type, which is your finished products. The next one is manufacturing business or businesses. So we have actually three. So we have the raw materials, goods in process, and finally your finished goods. And of course, service entity. So they don't have normally carry inventory because again, it is intangible. Now, the inventory management techniques, they focus on the formulation of the policy that controls the level of inventory. So the level of inventory to be maintained under a particular system must be enough to meet the requirements of the business. Inventory management techniques we will discuss four. So the first one is the ABC classification system. So it is inventory system such that inventory items are classified as A, B, or C. So A stands for a high value and requires the most stringent or highest control. So frequent review is conducted. On the other hand, B has an average value in a value inventory control system. So review of records are conducted every quarter. So C is the low cost and simple inventory is performed. So no computation is done when reorder is made to replenish withdrawal. Second technique is the Barcode Technology System. So it is used by major retailers to increase the efficiency and control of managing inventories. So this inventory control system uses computer software, barcode scanners, printers, and mobile devices if the management desire to streamline the inventory control. Let's move on to the third technique. We call this one a fixed order quantity system. So a predetermined quantity level is maintained for the inventory. So once the level goes below the predetermined quantity balance, so the business immediately reorders fixed quantity. It means there is a constant quantity that you need to order. And the business has to conduct frequent reviews by monitoring closely the actual quantity of the inventory. On the other hand, the fixed reorder cycle system, so when the actual inventory is below the inventory level, so the number of units to reorder vary. So this is the difference between the fixed order quantity. Again, recall, so fixed order quantity, meaning to say there is a constant number of units, while the fixed reorder cycle system, okay, the number of units to reorder vary. So this inventory control system requires frequent review and complete records of the stock demand. So our formula that we will use here, we have U is equal to B plus D times T plus L, wherein the U is the units to reorder, B is the buffer stocks, so meaning to say that is the number of units to maintain. Then we have D is the daily or average daily demand, while T stands for time interval between reviews, and of course, L is the lead time in days. Since we talk about the inventory management techniques, so let's move on to inventory management tools. Again, so they refer to mathematical approaches that are used to determine the optimum level of inventory, the inventory order size, or the timing of placing an order. If we will say optimum level, meaning to say the demand is equal to the number of supply. So there are two questions that we would like to answer. First one is how much inventory items will be ordered. And the second one is when will the order be placed. So here are the tools that we will discuss. We have the economic order quantity or EOQ model. And number two is reorder point. Number three is sensitivity analysis. And number four is price break model. For our discussion, we will limit this one only into two. We have the economic order quantity model, and the other one is reorder point. So let's discuss the first inventory management tool, which is the economic order quantity. So it is an approach that determines the level of inventory to order when the inventory costs are their lowest or optimum level. The inventory costs in this model are ordering costs and carrying costs. So again, we have the following for ordering costs. So it refers to the expense in making an order. We have requisition, processing an order, receipt of ordered goods, arranging inventory, and payments to suppliers. On the other hand, if we say carrying costs, so it refers to cost of holding an inventory. It includes the cost of capital. We have opportunity costs, insurance, inventory taxes, as well as record keeping. So at the EOQ level of inventory, the total ordering costs and total carrying costs are equal. Hence, placing an order other than EOQ increases the total inventory cost. So we have the following formula. So EOQ is equal to the square root of 2 times annual demand in units times cost per unit divided by the carrying cost per unit. Number two is the total inventory cost is equal to total ordering cost plus total carrying cost. Then we have total ordering cost is equal to annual demand in units divided by EOQ times ordering cost per unit. Then we have total carrying cost, that is the average inventory times carrying cost per unit. And finally, average inventory is equal to EOQ or order size divided by 2. Let's have the application under economic order quantity. So say for instance, the Guzman company expect to sell 12,000 units of its product next year at 30 pesos per unit. So the company estimates that the ordering cost is 750 and the carrying cost is 2 pesos per unit. So we want to know the following. So we have economic order quantity of the product. Next one is the total ordering cost. C is the total carrying cost, and letter D is total inventory cost. So let's recall the given before we will solve. So the given are the following. So annual demand is 12,000. Cost per order is 750, while the carrying cost per unit is 2 pesos. So to find the EOQ, that is the square root of 2 times annual demand unit in units times cost per unit divided by carrying cost per unit. We simply substitute the given. So we have 2 times 12,000 times 750 divided by 2. So we have EOQ is equal to 300 units. The next thing that we will look into is our total ordering cost, that is annual demand in units divided by EOQ or order size times ordering cost per unit. Now that we know our EOQ is equal to 300, so we can simply substitute this one. So we have 12,000 divided by 300 times 750. So therefore, your total ordering cost is equal to 300 pesos. Let's move on to the next problem. So we want to find out the total carrying cost. So this is average inventory times carrying cost per unit. Recall that the average inventory is equal to your EOQ divided by 2. So that is why we have EOQ divided by 2 times 2, which is your carrying cost per unit. So the total carrying cost is equal to 300 as well. Okay, so that is total inventory cost. So this is equal to total ordering cost plus total carrying cost. So since we know already our EOQ of 300 as well as the total carrying cost, which is also 300 pesos. So again, to find out the total inventory cost, that is 300 plus 300. So this is equal to 600 pesos. So again, this is about economic order quantity under inventory management tool. Let's move on to the second inventory management tool. So this is Reorder Point. So this is under discussion. Again, it defines the particular level of inventory in which an order should be placed. It has two important factors, namely lead time. So it refers to the time interval between placing the order and receiving it. Second one is the safety stocks. It refers to the buffer intended for stocks out in case delays happens during deliveries. And we have the following formulas. So we have the order point is equal to average lead time plus safety stock. Then we have the average lead time is equal to lead time times average usage per unit of time. And finally, average usage per time is equal to annual requirements per usage divided by number of weeks per day. So let's take this example. So the IDEA company expects to sell 400,000 units of its products next year at 60 pesos per unit. The company estimates that the ordering cost is 9 pesos per unit and the carrying cost is 5 pesos per unit. The company predicts that the requirement or required safety stocks is 5,000 units and the time interval between placing the order and the receipt of materials is 2 weeks. IDEA companies operates 50 weeks during the year. So we would like to determine the following: economic order quantity of the product, total inventory cost at EOQ. C is inventory cost if IDEA company will order 600 more than EOQ, and the other one is 800 less than the EOQ. Then we have inventory level where IDEA company place an order or the reorder point. And finally, estimated number of orders to be made during the year. So let's solve first. So letter A is the economic order quantity of the product. So let's recall the formula such that we have the square root of 2 times annual demand in units times cost per unit divided by the carrying cost per unit. So take note that the annual demand is 400,000 we have here. Then we have 9 pesos, that is the ordering cost, divided by 5 pesos, that is the carrying cost. So this is equal to 1,200 units. Next one. So the total inventory cost is equal to total ordering cost plus total carrying cost. So we have the annual demand, that is divided by EOQ times ordering cost per unit plus average inventory times carrying cost per unit. So we have 400,000 as our annual demand. EOQ is 1,200 based on our computation a while ago. Then ordering cost per unit is 9 pesos plus the average inventory. Take note that is EOQ divided by 2. Our EOQ is 1,200 times 5 pesos, which is our carrying cost. So using our calculator, we have 6,000 pesos. Let's move on to problem C.1. So that is total inventory cost if IDEA company will order 600 more than EOQ. Recall that our EOQ a while ago is 1,200 based on the previous computation. So hence the number of units to order is 1,200 because the EOQ is 1,200 and we want to order 600 more than EOQ. So 1,200 plus 600 equals 1,800. So therefore, the total inventory cost is equal to total ordering cost plus total carrying cost. So we have annual demand divided by EOQ times ordering costs per unit plus average inventory times carrying costs. So we have 400,000 divided by 1,800. So this is our EOQ now times 9. So which is our ordering costs again plus 1,800 divided by 2. So take note that the average inventory is your EOQ divided by 2 times 5. So therefore, this is equal to 6,500 as our total inventory cost. Let's move on to the other scenario. So the other scenario is total inventory cost if idea company will order 800 less than EOQ. Hence, the number of units to order is 400. Because take note that we got 1,200 a while ago in our EOQ minus 800, so we have now 400. Again, applying the formula of total inventory cost, this is the same as total ordering cost plus total carrying cost. Recall that the total ordering cost is equal to annual demand divided by EOQ times ordering cost per unit, while the total carrying cost is the same as average inventory times carrying cost per unit. So take note that our annual demand is 400,000, EOQ is now 400, and ordering cost is 9 pesos based here. Plus 400, this is our EOQ divided by 2. Recall that the average inventory is EOQ divided by 2 times 5. 5 is our carrying cost. So therefore, the total inventory cost is equal to 10,000 pesos. Next, we want to find out the inventory level where idea company place an order or the reorder point. So take note that the reorder point is equal to lead time times average usage per unit of time plus safety stock. And recall that the lead time is equal to 2 because according to this one, so this is, okay, lead time is the placing the order and the receipt of materials is 2 weeks. So that is why we have 2. And 400,000, that is our annual demand divided by 50. So 50 is actually the number of, okay, weeks that idea company operates in a year plus 5,000. 5,000 is your safety stocks, or that is, okay, safety stock is 5,000 units. So if we will use our calculator, the reorder point is equal to 21,000 units. So let's move on to the last question. We want to find out the estimated number of orders to be made during the year. Let's recall the formula that we will use here. That is the number of orders is equal to annual demand divided by EOQ. Take note that our annual demand is 400,000 units, and based on earlier calculation, EOQ is equal to 1,200. So therefore, so we have 334 orders during the year as the number of orders. So that ends our discussion on inventory management techniques and tools. Again, this is Teacher Oni de Guzman. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified about my new videos. Thank you.